This is Alex Yu and you're watching the Raging Ronin Review, Transformers 3 Edition. Before we start, I gotta give a big shout out to Willosaurus1 who sent me... Oh, check this out. Green Hornet Classic DVD. Thanks a lot, William. William sent this to me after he saw my Green Hornet review and thought I should check out the original because I mentioned that I didn't watch the original. I'm looking forward to this, so thanks a lot. That's awesome. Let's talk about Transformers. The Ferrari. I won't tell you who it is, but I'll tell you who it isn't. Can you handle that? The Ferrari is not an Autobot named Rush. People think it's named Rush. It's not. We already cleared that up. The name Rush actually came from the street that it was parked on, or the license plate, the frame, had the word Rush on it. Not the actual license plate, but the frame of it. I don't know why, but it did. And that's why people are confusing it and calling it Autobot Rush. Second thing, the Ferrari is also not called Dreadbox. He's not a Decepticon. It's an Autobot, which hasn't been named yet. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I want to talk about. Michael Bay actually recently admitted that Transformers 2 Revenge of the Fallen sucked. It was all because of the writer's strike. They had 3 weeks to get a script out, and that obviously was not enough time, and it just became one big mess. But it's really good that he admitted that it's not his favorite, because he's gonna make up for it. A lot of people should respect him for saying that, because he really is listening to the fans and he's understanding what their perspective is. So good on him for saying that. Now here's the big news. Laserbeak is the flying dragon. In the trailer for the Transformers Dark of the Moon game, you see Laserbeak rising up from Soundwave. That was like a dead giveaway. That's Laserbeak. Another thing is that a few months ago, we saw the Mercedes-Benz AMG SLS on set, and a lot of people were saying, oh, this has got to be Autobot. It's going to be awesome. But Nelson actually said, no, it's not an Autobot. This is just Carly's ride. But that doesn't mean it's a Decepticon. The reason why I say that, if you take a really close look at the wheels on the Benz, and then you take a look at Soundwave's robot mode, you're going to see wheels that are identical to that of the ones on the Benz on Soundwave's shoulder in the game trailer. So why don't you take a look at that and just do a little comparison. The only thing that I'm kind of skeptical about that, you know what, I can't remember, but wasn't Soundwave blue in Revenge of the Fallen? I don't know. I remember the toy was blue and gray. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's blue in the movie. But anyways, the Benz is actually silver. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, but that could be Soundwave's alternate mode. Thank you to Convoy81 for pointing this out for me. Big shout out to him. Now I want to talk about the toys. Now I said that I wouldn't be talking about the toys because I want to focus more on the movie, but this kind of really caught my attention. Why are these toys constantly being leaked out? They're constantly showing up on the Yahoo auctions and eBay before they even show up on the shelves of Toys R Us and Walmart. I'm wondering how these are getting out. These are made in China. You just got to give this guy a big bag of money and the guy will start leaking toys to you and like giving you the actual products, because you know in China they're all about the money. Speaking of toys, we are actually getting toy reviews on YouTube. They're revealing the character toys that haven't been released yet. Now I started watching some of these reviews. They're like 8 to 10 minutes long, and that's too long in my opinion. I shut it off after 1 minute. You gotta see this. It's ridiculous. If any of these toy reviewers are watching this, I think you guys don't see what I'm seeing. I think you should take a look at this. This is what it looks like, okay? Alright, so I'm just doing a review of the Transformers Dark of the Moon Cliff Jumper. Yeah, I really didn't think they were gonna make like Cliff Jumper, but I guess he's in the movie because they made a toy for him. So it's a really great toy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I picked this up from eBay. Some dude was selling it. I'm gonna review this for you guys. You know, I mean, yeah. Oh god. Well, when I was like doing the thing, like I just thought that he's really cool, right? So I don't know. You see what I'm saying? All I see is hands that just move around, and we don't even get to the actual transformation of it until like much later on. Can we move along to the actual review, or do I have to watch you play with your hands for like, you know, a whole 2 minutes before we can even start transforming the damn thing? Anyways, this is not my department. I just care about the movie, not so much about the toys. I'm pretty much done talking about Transformers 3 right now. There's not a whole lot of news, so I'm just gonna move on to what I'm gonna talk about next. Now, the big thing on my mind is when Transformers 3 is all over and all the hype is done and all that, what am I gonna talk about? And I asked this question in a previous video. I think what I am gonna cover after Transformers is the Avengers, the Dark Knight, and maybe Spider-Man, because these are the 3 biggest comic book franchises that everybody's anticipating. fascinating. I think the Spider-Man reboot is probably the people's least favorite because the third one wasn't that great compared to the first two. And second, this is a reboot of a franchise that ended just a few years ago. So a lot of people are probably getting a little tired of this whole thing. But then again, I still know it's a superhero movie and, you know, we love that sort of thing. But I'm gonna do that when all the hype is over, so I'm not gonna talk about it right now. And this video's geeky girl of the video is none other than Michelle Phan. Do you know who Michelle Phan is? Well, you should, because she's huge on YouTube. In fact, she's the #1 makeup guru in all of YouTube. Now, why am I watching makeup videos? Because she's totally attractive and she's a geek. Because she loves playing video games. She has this channel called Press Start on YouTube. Check it out. She talks about video games. She loves video games. So that's our double GOTV. Anyways, that's all I really have to say. You've heard a lot about what's going on in the world of the movie, and I'd like to conclude it right now. But there will be another episode. And if there's no news for a long time, there are other topics of discussion that I'd like to talk about that's Transformers related. Anyways, this is Alex Yu, and thanks for watching the Raging Room Review. Peace. Wait till the movie comes out. You know, people like that just really need to get a life. I just think it's absolutely stupid or even pathetic that anyone would do such a thing.